Hello everyone, I am Kalpani Abhayasinghe, a PhD student from Research Institute for Primary Care and Health Sciences, Keele University. Currently I am in Sri Lanka for my data collection. Therefore, I thought it would be nice to prepare this video so that I can share my experiences with you. During next 10 minutes, I am going to present what my study is about, the progress to date, and the future plans of my PhD. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I earned my first degree in nursing in 2011 and a diploma in counseling and psychotherapy. Then, after my graduation, I joined as a registered nurse. Then I started working as a temporary demonstrator in the university for nearly 18 months, and then I joined KDU, Kothalawala Defence University, as a lecturer in nursing. In the meantime, I had a short academic training at University of Central Lancashire. It was the beginning of my PhD journey as I met Professor Athula Sumathipala in a short visit to London in 2014. I'm pretty sure he must be watching this video right now, sitting in front of me. It was through Professor Athula Sumathipala I made my links with Institute for Research and Development Sri Lanka, which I spend most of my days right now. And then in 2016, I made my way to Keele and started reading for my PhD on views and experiences of informal caregivers for those with dementia in Sri Lanka. My strong interest in the development of this research idea was inspired by having a relative and a family friend with dementia and my interest in the field of mental health research. As we all know, dementia is a global health concern. Rise in the aging population has increased the number of incidents of dementia worldwide. 66% of people with dementia live in developing countries. However, less than 10% of research is being carried out in those countries. Most importantly, with a thorough literature review, we found there's limited research evidence in Sri Lanka on dementia and no evidence of qualitative studies, which is why this PhD brings bidirectional benefits as a shared research experience within UK and Sri Lanka. Why select informal caregivers for those with dementia? In the global context, most of the dementia care is informal, saving health services a vast amount of resources. Informal care for people with dementia also reports better patient outcomes, less reliance on healthcare, late admissions to nursing homes, and lowered early mortality among older adults. Current literature from the West report that the task of caregiving is challenging, often described as stressful and with heavy burden. Such burden is responsible for poor caregiver outcomes such as stress and depression, and negative impacts on patient outcomes. At the same time, interventions to alleviate caregiver burden has shown improvements in patient outcomes such as reduced early mortality, patient abuse, and delay the placement in nursing homes. However, voice of the dementia caregivers in Sri Lanka is mostly unheard. We do not know yet whether dementia and caregiver burden is conceptualized differently in Sri Lanka. With this background, my thesis focuses on understanding the views and experiences of informal caregivers in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Colombo is the capital of Sri Lanka with a population over 2 million. Colombo is divided into 13 divisions. I have selected the Kaduwela division as my study setting because it consists of over 252,000 people and is a multi-ethnic town composed of Sinhalese, Tamils, Muslims, Burghers and Malays. Kaduwela has the highest population of older adults in Colombo. I plan to explore the views and experiences of informal caregivers for those with dementia. I have developed 4 specific objectives: to describe the existing evidence within the current literature, to identify the meaning of the dementia caregiving, to examine caregivers' views regarding the issues, challenges, and needs, to explore the family perspectives of living with a person with dementia. Next, I would like to tell you about the methodology. This is an inductive exploratory design informed by phenomenological approach. Informal caregivers, including family members, relatives, neighbors, or friends who are caring for a person with dementia, are recruited to this study using a purposive sampling method from a dementia clinic in Colombo. I am currently conducting the semi-structured interviews. Nearly 25 to 30 interviews are planned. Up to date, I have completed 17 interviews. I'm happy to say that the families were extremely helpful during the data collection. With the data collection, I have started transcribing and analyzing data using interpretive phenomenological analysis. The data collection was carried out in Sinhalese language. The challenge was to translate the transcribings into English while preserving the meaning. To overcome this challenge, I started initial analysis in Sinhalese, then categories and themes were translated into English.
After all, he is my father. I'll take care of him till the last moment.
Whatever it is, I'll do it for my father. That is my duty as a daughter.
I am the only one who can look after him. My sister can't keep him with her. Still, father can remember. He is conscious yet. We'll place him in such place if we have no other way, I told my sister. I'll treat him. Let him stay with me. I can look after my father. Looking after someone like this is much more than building a temple as an act of merit. What is the use of doing such things if we can't look after our parents? This gives me much merit. God also gives you the best in return when you do good to others. I am not ashamed of his behavior. If I let him wander and die on a road, then only I should feel ashamed. Now people see how I treat my father. No one blames me for that. If I have given up on him, I would not be able to die in peace. Even if I haven't got anything from him, I'll do my best for him. It's a blessing to have this chance to look after my father. For some reason, I never feel disgust to clean him, even if he is bathed with poo. He is blessed to have a daughter like me. It was my desire to take care of him.
He does everything willingly, even cleaning, looking after her with much care and love.
I love my father. I do it with love.
At least my children will learn that they must take care of their parents when they grow old.
It's been 19 months since I started my PhD journey. I've got future plans too. I want to complete my data collection as soon as possible and return to Kiel for the writing of my thesis. 2 manuscripts on my systematic review and my protocol are underway. I'm really grateful to Kiel University and SSSFD for giving me this opportunity to take part in this event. Special thanks to IRD and the team for their friendship and the great support throughout this journey. My sincere gratitude goes to all these wonderful people who walked an extra mile to make my dream into reality. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I'm more than happy to take your questions, which my supervisors, Professor Athula Sumithipala, Ben and Paul will answer.